Today I have topic study smarter, harder. Kiki fans, TED Talks, the smart not cricket fans, the TED Talks review is most common. In this inspiring study smarter, Kiki addresses one most common struggles as students worldwide, the that long study hours automatically lead to success. She challenges this mindset and introduces a more effectively science background approach facing on quality. Dear viewers, not quality. Throughout her talk, she blends personal experiences, psychological insight, and practical strategies to show that anyone can distinctly improve learning outcomes by following simple yet powerful techniques. Dear viewers, TED Talks has the more reviews. Kiki begin by discussing a universal problem: student spending several hours studying but retaining very little. She explained the illusion of productivity when students feel they are learning simply because they are reading or highlighting for long periods. According to her, real learning happiness when students engaging actively test themselves and challenging their understanding. The shift from passive to active learning is the foundation of studying smart. One of the highlights of her talk is when she backs down the fear in collective overload. Dear viewers, Kik explains that the human brain cannot absorb large amount of information in the single sitting. When students cram, they push the brain beyond its natural capacity, resulting in stress, fatigues, and low retention. Instead, she recommended learning in short focus intervals using the Pomodoro techniques. Dear viewers, the Kiki asked him 25 minutes of work followed by a short break. The method protects the brain from burnout and increasing long-term memories. Dear viewers, Kiki also emphasized the importance of spacing rather than studying a topic once the many hours. Reviewing it multiple times over several days strategies the natural connection in the brain. She compares to the going to the gym. Muscles does not grow by working out once for hours. It grow by consistent repetition over time. This analog make the concept easy to understand and memorable for students of all ages. Dear viewers, the Kiki fan tell us the more and more reviews. Second part of this TED Talks is the most important for all viewers. Another major concept she highlights active recall, which she calls the secret weapon. The most important things that the secret weapon of the top student active recall involving retrieving information from memories instead of rereading note. Dear viewers, according to Kiki author, when students test themselves using flashcard, quiz, or teaching others, the brain actively strengthens natural pathway. The most difficult the recall, the stronger the memory become. She encouraged students to spend less time reviewing note and more time trying to explain what they are learning without looking at the material. Dear viewers, the short term and the closing of this topic, Kiki also discussing the role of environment and habit formation. The most topic and explain. suggests that students should design a productive study environment free from distraction, mobile phone, and unnecessary noise. She explained like keeping a dedicated phone, like keeping dedicating study spacing, setting daily learning goals, and multitasking can dramatically boost focus and efficiently. She highlights research show that the brain performs best when it switches between periods of focus and rest, not when it attempts to multitask. Dear viewers, the Kiki fan asked the most common and most important topic. One of the strength to her talk her ability to connect learning with mental well-being. She warns students not to fall into the trap of studying constantly, constantly for every topic. Okay. Instead, she agrees that rest, sleep, and relaxation are essentially part of the learning process because the brain concentrate memories during downtime. Her final message is that students should prioritize balance, work smarter, not endless. Not endless. Dear viewers, Kiki ends the talk with the empowering statement: anyone can improve their learning by changing the way they study. Her message is motivational, practical background. The research background is the most important. Dear viewers, we are going to closing. Overall, Kiki Fans TEDx Talk is the powerful guide for modern learners. It encourages students to rethink their study habits and provide actively strategies that study make learning efficient. Enjoy the systematic research. Dear Facebook and YouTube user, I hope you all understand the Kiki fan reviews and tell something. I hope all understand. Bye.